What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Obsession. I'm Carl Bethke.
I'm Mike Stadler.
Mike, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good today, huh?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. We got questions from everybody. You got a few of them over there. We're going to probably try and answer a couple of them.
No, we can do that.
All right, what do you got?
So, had a listener ask us about saddle hunting.
Saddle hunting.
Because it seems to be the big thing now. The new wheel.
Yeah.
Best thing since sliced bread. And asked us what we think about it.
Well, there's advantages and disadvantages to it, I think.
Right. You know, obviously, I'm sure everybody out there that's, listens probably heard of saddle hunting. It's obviously hunting from an elevated position.
Yep.
Being basically harnessed to the tree with just a foot platform.
Yep.
And you're swung out from the tree, basically.
Sitting in a swing or saddle.
Yeah, swing, saddle, whatever you want to call it. So I know this. I've never done it.
Yeah, me
so
either,
I can't say
to be
that.
honest.
I'm never going to do it.
We do have,
yeah.
We have guys that film for us that do it.
Yeah. My saddle hunting, swinging out from a tree, is consistent of a tree peg falling out and I'm hanging for my life. That's what that's consistent for me.
Yeah. Yep.
But I do know this. I know it's big on a lot of public hunters because they're packing it in and it's easier.
Yeah, well,
A set of sticks and a platform. And
yeah, well, a lot of guys are, The setup that I've seen guys use like the real lightweight sticks and then climb up. I'm pretty sure Zach, guy who films for us from Minnesota, you guys see a lot of Zach's hunts. Does a lot of hunting in Minnesota, southern, southwest, eastern Minnesota and Iowa, and then here in Wisconsin. And Zach uses like a real lightweight stick, you can just strap to the tree. And he's younger, good condition. He enjoys the hell out of it. He thinks it's great. For me, I'm older, 56. Honestly, when we were mobile hunting, we used climbing tree stands because we both worked for Summit Tree Stands at the time. I will say that I think the saddle hunting makes it easier instead of using a climber, where you could get into most trees with a saddle and you can't with a climber on certain trees.
Yeah. Well, the climber's got to be a clean tree, first of all.
Yeah, 100%.
To get up it, anybody that's used a climber.
Right.
A straight tree with no limbs, otherwise you're cutting your way all the way up into it.
Yeah.
And the saddle hunting thing, it's not new.
No.
Okay, everybody, it's not like, oh my God, this is a new thing. It's been like 30 years this has been around. People have been doing this.
Yeah.
It's just kind of now it's like it got regurgitated back up into the mainstream.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's why everybody's like big on it now. And
well, they've made systems specifically for it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The companies now are loving it.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, this is what you need.
Well, it's because it's less cost for them to make it, and they sell it at such a high price.
Right.
So when we worked for Summit, the guy Keith Jones who came up with seat of the pants harnesses.
Yeah.
Well, Keith used to be a linesman, so that's where that harness came from. He designed it, changed some stuff on it, made it easier for us to use in the trees, and that was a huge deal when that came out. Well, at that point, people were actually using that. Basically, it's a saddle,
right?
And they were just putting posts or pegs in the trees, 5 or 6 pegs around the trees, and they were basically saddle hunting. This was 25 years ago, guys, just so you're aware. A lot of my friends, a lot of the guys that Mike and I knew from Summit Tree Stands were down in Alabama, and that's how they were hunting. They weren't carrying stands in. So the saddle stuff where you guys think is so brand new really isn't that brand new.
I know, when we were still doing shows for Summit down at the Deer and Turkey Expo here in Wisconsin, there was a guy, I remember every year had it.
Yeah, right there.
Year.
Yeah, he was standing there displaying it.
What are you doing? Like, this was way back in the day. He had the post set up and he's up there all day with his microphone swinging around this tree.
Yep.
And we're like, what an idiot. What is that guy doing up there?
He'll never sell any of those.
Well, obviously we weren't smart again.
There we go.
Another idea down the drain.
We should have bought that company.
Weird. Yeah, I could have got it cheap then, but You know, and I see a lot of things that are like, should you try saddle? I think everybody should try it. I don't know about that.
No.
You know, I think
you have to be there. To me, you have to be athletic to saddle hunt, honestly. To do it safely, I think.
Yeah.
I know there's bigger guys out there that do it, but I think the guys, safety-wise, are the guys that are a little more athletic.
So Joe's got one dead over there.
Getting chased by a little buck.
Yeah,
are there advantages to it? To me, no. And here's why. You're not. The advantage to it if you're hunting public is huge.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have to carry the weight. I guess that's the biggest advantage. You don't have to carry the weight. You've got less equipment. You can get in there. You're more mobile. That's what it's all about. I understand that part of it. But you could just as easily carry a lightweight stand with sticks like we used to and do it. And we still do it when we're out west. We could saddle hunt out there if we wanted to, but we just choose to carry stands.
Yeah.
It does take a little more time to set up a stand than it does a saddle.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will say the sound issue, because you can set up tighter to bedding on public grounds. You'll see a lot of that. I guess those are advantages. Disadvantages to me is you don't quite have the mobility that everybody promotes.
You mean you can't just swing around the tree and shoot everywhere?
Not with a bow.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, you basically set that system up to, and people will argue, guys that are really good at it will argue with you, and they're really good at it, so I understand
that.
There's
people really good at it. You better be good at it, because shooting your bow from that position too is not the same.
Yeah. And back to the conditioning part of things, where you have to twist, out of position to shoot. Yeah. And once you start promoting twisting and stuff at your waist and your hips, you start promoting bad shots. And I will tell you guys that if you have to rotate, I don't care how good you are, if you have to rotate across your body, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you promote torque into your riser and you're not going to hit exactly where you aim, even if you do level your bobble. That's a big disadvantage to me. As long as you're taking shorter shots, whitetail hunting or something like that, not a problem. But if you start taking longer shots contorted out of shape, then you're going to start having issues with animal impact.
I can make my own issues.
I'm bad enough as it is. I need to practice.
Try it. It's not anything I'm interested in. I'd rather carry a tree stand in.
Yeah.
Just is what it is. We've been carrying tree stands. I can remember carrying tree stands, sticks, a decoy, a bow, a camera.
Yeah. Carry 50 pounds of gear on our shoulders and then carry another 25, 30 pounds in our hands.
Half a Kmart.
Each.
Yeah.
There's options out there, and like the lightweight stand stuff, whether it be the beast stands and stuff like that. Yeah. Some of the lightweight Summit stuff, micro stands is what I call them.
Yep.
I would rather strap that to my back with 4 or 5 sticks than I would have to kind of use the stick system and a saddle. But that's just me.
Yeah, I would just caution you, before you go spend a lot of money on this stuff, get a set of sticks. Just get a cheap set of sticks and go and try it.
Yeah.
Try a saddle somewhere.
Yeah, or if you got a friend with one.
Yeah. Because they're getting some good money for this stuff.
Oh yeah.
I know
$300, $400.
I know some of the big companies are in big to the sticks, and they're lightweight. They pack tight sticks and everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just the saddles are a few hundred. Either way, you got $500 in the system.
Yeah.
Whether it be a stand or whether it be the lightweight sticks with a stand, or just the sticks and a saddle itself. It's whatever you're more comfortable with. The biggest advantage, like we talked, obviously to me, is packability.
Oh yeah, and it's all mobile. It's mostly all mobile hunters that are using them. You're not gonna. Maybe you are, but I don't see the point of anything on private land.
No.
Because why?
I wouldn't.
You know what I mean? There is no point to it.
No. In private land, here's the other thing about private land. Mike has his, I have mine. A lot of you listening have your private land. On your land that realistically there's, depending on the size of your property, anywhere between 4 and obviously, if you have, let's just say, a max of 100 acres, between 4 and 10 good locations for killing deer.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are probably time of year things or certain wind deals. You don't go in there unless everything's perfect. There's stand locations where everything, well, we'll get more into this on a different podcast, I would say. But I would say there's probably between 4 and 10 locations that you could hunt, that you put regular stands in, where on a private land you don't need to be mobile just because you know the land. Or if you haven't taken the time to learn the land, then you have a problem also.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's a beneficial thing.
Yeah.
You know, to me, like I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not bashing it at all.
No. I think it's a great thing.
I've never done it. I'm not interested in doing it. But it obviously, to me, it's just another tool that people can use, especially if you're, say you're hunting public land, whether it be whitetail here or you're out west, or, it's something more that you can use, to be successful. So, anything that works.
Yeah, if you're comfortable doing it, more power to you. I think
sure.
that's a great plan to get that stuff. But myself, being a little older, I'm going to pass on that one.
He is a little older.
Wait, that hurts.
Yeah, I like to be in a lock-on tree stand. I always have. Carl actually prefers ladders more than lock-ons.
Yeah.
So it's like when he's hunting here, he's going to be in a lock-on.
Yep.
He does it. When I'm at this place, it's probably going to be in a ladder.
Yeah.
I have a couple of ladders. He has a couple of lock-ons, but most of our stands are permanent.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Well, each one has a benefit for a location. If we can't, well, let's just say for here or my place, if I can't get a ladder in there or it stands out too much, for instance, the new water hole, that's going to be a lock-on.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be.
It has to be. Yeah.
So
there's some places you can't get a lock-on in.
No.
Or it's too tall a tree.
Right.
It's another nice thing, for a ladder.
Right.
So, everything's got its advantages. There's people who are like, I hate ladders. I hate lock-ons. Well, everybody hates everything.
Each one has its own benefit at certain times.
I hate ground blinds. It's another. So everybody's got something.
Yeah.
So it's, like I said, it's another tool to me to use. Just like ground blinds are sometimes beneficial. We don't care for them as much, even though we've killed things out of ground blinds. We've used them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if we think that's going to give us an advantage, we use it.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like, well, I don't like a ground blind, I'm not using it, even though it's going to give me a chance.
That's not how it works.
That's how it works. If we're going out there, me and Carl, we need to get saddles so we can kill this thing. We're gonna probably be making them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we think.
That's what we think. We appreciate the question. If you guys get a chance, you want to just listen to the podcast here out, check us out at Apple,
iHeart,
Google,
Amazon,
RSS.com.
And check out our pretty faces
right here at YouTube.
Yeah, buddy.